Hey, so we're going to be going over this boar and carrot farm. The design is pretty simple. We have 2 by 2 pens, each separated by at least 10 meters of space, and a 10 by 10 farming area, and that is laid out with 1 meter planks. So each pen can pretty much hold up to like 5 to 6 pigs. Uh, with 2-star pigs, that makes it a very, you can get some pretty high yields off of that. The farm area, we use these little pegs to kind of create a grid that we can follow visually as we plant, and which we'll show later. So next I'll show you a little storage area that we end up working with. As you can see, we have 4 chests that will hold stuff for the pigs, stuff for the tools, and then also 2 other ones for any like overflow materials that we want to store here. And that's a pretty straightforward thing. We got little doors in order to hide it all, and we're going to go into showing how we will harvest the pigs. So the key with harvesting the pigs here is actually going to be that you want to make sure you always have at least 2 pigs left. So in terms of those 5 pigs in there, we're going to be, slaughtering 3 of them. And with those 3, that will give us a good yield at 4 pieces of meat and leather per pig. That puts us at 12 per, uh, a little hold there, per little pen. And so I'm just going to go through here real quick as we pretty much finish off these piggies. Alright, so I slaughtered 3 of the pens, which yielded us 40 meat and leather when we consider the one that was birthed on the outside. Those things tend to happen. And next we'll be storing those and then moving on to the farming. So the farming is quite useful. We'll be breaking it into 2 little parts. One, of course, the harvesting, where we're going to be taking these little carrots that we started here, and then feeding them to the pigs. Now I've changed the breeding cycle that I have. Instead of going for 5 pigs in a pen, I'll instead be just going for 2. With those pigs in such close proximity, what we end up with is the ability for us to use only 2 pieces of food, and we'll end up actually getting 2 pigs out of the process. So you can kind of linearly grow your operation, knowing that for every piece of food that you spend, that's how many pigs you'll have to harvest. Here's one that I forgot to harvest, so I'm just going to go and get these pigs out of the way now. The important part here to remember is that this makes your food production and your pig farming right next to each other, so they're pretty easy to manage with one and the other. And then after you're done feeding your pigs, you can store your extra food inside of here, and you'll be able to take the excess to your base to make your food and other things like that. So now that the pigs are fed, we're just going to go ahead and get ready to pull out the farming tool, the cultivator, and then we'll be showing how we plant. It's pretty easy. Like I said before, each of those 1 meter planks are there to work as a guide, and so you can use that guide to do its best if you zoom out some, and then you can just plant one after another in line at a time until you end up filling out your whole row. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up so you can see it all happening a bit faster, and then we'll close it up.